メリカでは親と共に密入国した子供、いわゆるドリーマーの扱いが社会問題になっている。2012年以降、彼らの強制送還を猶予してきたが、トランプ政権が強制送還の可能性を示したことで全米を二分する社会問題になっている。彼らの生活の基盤はアメリカだ。強制送還されれば何も知らない国で暮らさなければならない。実は同じ状況に陥った人々はすでにいる。メキシコ・ティフアナで暮らす元軍人たちだ。彼らの多くは親と共に合法的にアメリカに入り、大人になって米軍に入った。だが市民権を持っていなかったため強制送還されたのだ。酒場の喧嘩が元で刑務所に入り強制送還されたルイス・フエンテスもその一人である。
What happened was I was drinking with one of my buddies, and we decided to go to a club, and we got into altercation with some people at the club, and I ended up getting in trouble. I was in the process of becoming a U.S. citizen, and I didn't finish it, so I got deported because of that.
I was deported because I broke the law. I was arrested for conspiracy for sales, and possession for sales. I crossed back across the border. I was still married back then. My wife came across with a California ID. It was valid. We just got in the line. When it was my turn, I gave him the ID. So he just swiped the card, made sure it was valid, it was real, and then said, okay, in 2008, you guys are going to need passports and stuff, and we drove right across. No problem. 4.5 years later, ICE found me. I was filing my taxes, and they found me, and they came and got me.
I was arrested, and I did 10 months in immigration prison, and then they deported me. Possession of drugs. It's all right if you have money, but without money, it's a nightmare. If you don't got no money, you got nothing. You gotta have money in this world. So money makes the world go round in Mexico. Without money, you can do nothing.
彼らの国籍は確かにメキシコであり、外国人がアメリカで罪を犯せば強制送還されて当然だ。ただ、中身はほとんどアメリカ人なので、強制送還された後はメキシコの生活に適応できず苦しむ。
Oh, I don't like it. It's dirty. It's a lot of people begging for money all the time. People are rude, and they just, I don't know, I just don't like it. I don't like it. I don't feel at home here.
You can get a job here at 50. Mexico is it's a country where they discriminate against age. Incredible. All my benefits were cut out, medical, financial, because I was retired.
困窮する元軍人に近寄ってくる人間もいる。メキシコのドラッグカルテルだ。米軍仕込みのスキルはライバル組織と戦う彼らにとって魅力的に映る。
They come and they pay you a visit, they're friendly to you, and they say, hey, did you handle any weapons in the Marine Corps? And of course, we tell them yes. And, well, I got this gun, it's stuck. Can you unstick it for me? So we break it down. I start breaking the weapon down right there and then. Hey, you want to work? And then if you say no, yeah, then they try to kill you. Because they don't know what you're about. You are a liability. You are a threat to them because you know how to handle weapons. And they don't know if you're working for somebody else secretly.
ティファナには強制送還された元軍人を支援する組織もある。同じく強制送還された元軍人が設立した団体だ。路頭に迷った元軍人に寝る場所などを提供している。
I grew up in Compton, California. It was a very difficult, rough environment. So I decided I wanted to leave my environment. I had promises of citizenship, the opportunity to maybe see the world, serve my country, be a G.I. Joe, so a little G.I. Joe here. Didn't serve any combat, but I was willing and ready to be called upon and to go to any place in the world and die for my country if it was needed. It was started out of my apartment. I just thought, hey, let's try, housing people or veterans that are deported, but really didn't have a sense of a mission or I really wasn't structured or organized, and that took a couple of years. I started organizing myself more, structuring everything from the guys in the morning have their chores, they have to wake up a certain time, they can't shower at certain times, so everything, I try to structure everything like the military as well. We created the space so people can have somewhere to stay while they find work, while they save up money for an apartment, while they're waiting on their pensions, so they're not out homeless.
When we came over here with Hector, we were looking for a place to stay for an apartment. But it's not that as easy as it sounds, because you have to find the right area, you have to find the right spot, you know. So we ended up staying right here. Me and my mom, she was staying on this bunk and I was staying over here for a week until we found an apartment. I didn't know anybody here. All my family lives in the United States. They're US citizens. I have a family in the military as well. All my friends, my kids, they're over there. Everybody's over there.
ティフアナの海岸には国境のフェンスが立っている。毎週土日の限られた時間、フェンス越しに話をすることが許されている。離れ離れになった人が会える貴重な時間である。
This is the border that separates the United States from Mexico, and basically we put our names up here on the wall just to kind of symbolize that there's people that served in the military that are deported, and you know, to kind of raise awareness. There's also an upside down flag, and this is just a physical barrier that tells people, like, you know, it reminds me of that we're deported and separated from our families.
The first time I was deported, I didn't feel no impact. I thought I can just go back. I didn't know I was Mexican, so I didn't feel the importance of my papers until I got arrested. I tried to cross back to be with my family, but I was incarcerated twice, once 2 years for re-entry, and then second time 3 years for another re-entry. At first, my family would come out frequently, and then every 2 months, then every 6 months, and then long time, so the relationship broke apart.
Way back then, we had the draft on. The draft that used to, if you were from 18 to 27, you had to go to the military, period. I've only have a son that lives in San Diego, and I have a daughter that lives in Pasadena. And from time to time, when they have times to come over and see me, they come over and see me. But I don't see my grandchildren. I don't see my great-grandchildren. I don't see my other children either.
Man, you know, I have a lot of mixed feelings about it. I feel like I screwed up, and as a result of that, I lost my career, and I ended up doing 12 years in prison. And I think that's a good enough punishment, you know. I don't feel like I should have been deported.
異国での生活を余儀なくされている彼らだが、希望がないわけではない。恩赦を得てアメリカ市民になるという可能性だ。
Yeah, I'm an American citizen now. I got my citizenship in April.
April?
Yeah, of this year, April 13th.
Why you could get it?
So what happened was I applied for citizenship 2 years ago, and then during that whole process, I got a pardon from the governor of California for my crime. Very few, yeah, very, only one. Out of millions of people, out of millions of people that have been deported, very rare.
アメリカの国境線は地続きのため、国境沿いの都市では人も文化も混じり合っている。自分がメキシコ人だという認識はなかった。ホアキンがそう語ったように、自分の国籍を意識しない人間も少なくない。強制送還される元軍人は確かにレアケースだが、アメリカがその経済力で人々を引きつける限り、不法移民と強制送還の問題が終わることはない。